Welcome to Snacks Weekly on Data Science. This podcast is all about making data science and machine learning knowledge accessible and less intimidating. Today, we are going to talk about marketing. This topic is based on a tech blog with the title Personalized Marketing at Scale, Uber's out-of-app recommendation system, written by the machine learning team at Uber. You can find the blog link in this episode's description. Throughout this episode, we will dissect this topic from both business and data science angles. Now, let's dive in. On the business side, let's take a look at the problem to be solved. Marketing is the critical component for tech companies like Uber. It plays a pivotal role in driving growth and user engagement. In a highly competitive market where new apps and services constantly emerge, effective marketing can be the difference between success and obscurity. Companies that interact with users through apps typically rely on two main marketing channels: in-app marketing and out-of-app marketing. For in-app marketing, take one example. When you open the Uber Eats app and see a recommendation for a restaurant you love offering a promotion, it would increase the likelihood of you making an order and staying engaged with the platform. The notification or recommendation is inside this app, so it is called in-app marketing. Out-of-app marketing, on the other hand, involves the companies sending emails or SMS messages to users before they open the app. This type of marketing usually highlights the platform's value, reminds customers to return, and keeps the brand's top of mind. One of the most effective levers for marketing is personalization. Personalized marketing messages resonate more deeply with users because it makes users feel tailored to their individual needs and circumstances. For Uber, this means delivering content that speaks directly to the user's current situation, whether it is about the targeted promotion based on their location, ride or food order history, or even the time of day they typically use the service. Personalization enhances the user's experience by making interactions with the brand more relevant and timely, which in turn increases user satisfaction, engagements, and their loyalty. For in-app marketing messages, much of the information about customers is readily available since the customers already have this app open. This information includes details like location, recent searches in this session, the items that they are viewing at the moment, all of which can be used to feed the marketing recommendation system. This can ensure the content recommended is personalized and very relevant. However, for out-of-app marketing messages, many of this detailed information may not be available. When a marketing email is sent, it may not be received or viewed by the user immediately. And when the user does see this message, they might not be in the mood to order food or call a ride, or they could be traveling outside of their usual area. This makes any local restaurant recommendation irrelevant. These challenges makes it difficult to gather the key signals needed to personalize recommendations effectively. Besides the challenge about missing key signals, another challenge is to ensure the recommendation in out-of-app communications are relevant to both the end user and the context of the communication. For example, an email about membership benefits should include exclusive restaurant promotions. Well, one message to celebrate local neighborhoods should highlight popular restaurants in the area. These are the key challenges surrounding out-of-app marketing and why the team invests in various strategies to tackle this challenge. Now that we've outlined the business problem, let's shift gear and dive into the technical side to explore potential solutions. Let's start this by examining the general marketing recommendation architecture. This recommendation engineering architecture typically involves three key components. The first component is candidate retrieval. This process identifies the broad set of potential recommendations for each user. Using a first-pass ranking algorithm based on location, the system scans through a vast pool of items, considering factors like user history, store popularity, and contextual data to generate an initial list of candidate recommendations. The second component of the system is blending. After retrieving candidates, they undergo a filtering and blending process. This step weeds out less relevant or undesirable options based on predefined business rules and criteria. This ensures that the final recommendation aligns with both the user's preference and any business constraints, making them more relevant. The third component is ranking. In this stage, the candidates are ranked to determine their order of presentation to the user. The ranking process uses a comprehensive set of features that evaluates the relevance of each item to the user's context and preference. The goal is to place the most pertinent and attractive recommendations at the top, maximizing the likelihood of users' engagement. With this understanding of the overall recommendation architecture, we can now explore what enhancements are made to each component to improve the personalization for out-of-app marketing campaigns. At the candidate retrieval stage, when users open the Uber Eats app, they are recommended to the options that can either deliver to their current locations or their most recent order locations. However, for the out-of-app recommendation system, this crucial context is missing from our candidate list generation. There is no location information about this user at the moment. The team addressed this challenge in two ways. First, they developed a machine learning solution to determine which neighborhoods a user is most likely to place an order from during their next app session. This helps to fill the gap that no information about this customer location will be available, ensuring the right set of candidates is properly retrieved. Second, the team integrated the marketing campaign context to allow for a more customized adjustment to the retrieval candidates. They implemented an event-based override, enabling email campaign owners to update the candidate criteria. This approach increases the relevance of communications for users and provides campaign owners with the flexibility to control those candidate lists, ensuring thematic consistency for their campaigns. On the second stage, the blending stage is handled through a first-pass ranking, where the goal is to quickly reduce the set of all eligible candidate merchants to a smaller set of potential merchants for each user. In this stage, the system excludes candidates based on criteria like unavailability and invalidated deliverables. In certain campaigns, the result needs to display a variety of restaurant types, and the candidates undergo additional filtering tailored to the specific use cases. This filtering stage is usually done through a low-cost function, such as linear combinations over a set of features, with the purpose to maximize recall while removing those irrelevant ones fast. The third stage, ranking stage, is handled through a more complicated second pass ranking. The team utilizes features that captures the user's past order history, in-app and out-of-app engagement, and the merchant's quality, reliability, and affordability. By sharing this feature set across recommendation services, this approach promotes the parity in the user's experience across the in-app and out-of-app services. Also, giving the out-of-app recommendation caters heavily to infrequent user segments, meaning the users may not be always on their app. These recommendations have to rely on long-dated user signals in order to provide good recommendations. For instance, to better serve the Uber Eats out-of-app marketing case, the team constructed a light-weighted feature set summarizing the user's culinary preferences over the entire of their Uber Eats history. This provides a much better signal for making the out-of-app recommendations more relevant. Now we discussed both the business problem and the technical solution. Let's wrap it up. In this episode, we delved into the concept of out-of-app marketing and its importance for businesses like Uber. We discussed the challenges of personalizing out-of-app marketing messages, the recommendation architecture, and how the team developed various customized solutions to enhance personalization and relevance in their recommendations. If you like the content of this episode, please subscribe to the channel, give me a 5-star review, and leave a comment. Your feedback is very appreciated, and I'll see you next week.